What's going on, people? Thank you for tuning into another video. My name is Aaron, aka The Anxious Investor, and today what we're going to be running through is something that many of you have requested. A breakdown of how I invest in my stocks, crypto and index funds. See, off the back of my last video, I mentioned that I use Etoro for investing primarily, and many of you was interested in seeing a run through of exactly that. So what I thought I'd do is create this video for you all. So hopefully you enjoy it and hopefully it adds a lot of value. Now, you can use this on a desktop, but I'm going to run through this on my Apple phone, where I literally log in daily because I'm pretty obsessed by staring at the charts and seeing how much money I've either made or lost. So firstly, what we can see here on the main menu options is if we just click settings to begin with, there's a few options on how you can easily customize the interface once you've signed up and got your username, etc. PS, there's also a free link down below if you do want to sign up to this after watching this tutorial. Now what I'm going to do is run through some of these menu options. So the account itself, now for myself, I am platinum, mainly because I keep depositing money every month, and it just shows some of the private info which I'm going to block out because the last thing I want to do is have you guys prank calling me in the middle of the night. Now you can play around with this, and obviously you can play around with the notifications, etc, etc. But the one cool thing here that they did recently was put in a recurring deposit, and I think I spoke about dollar cost averaging very briefly on my last video, and this is essentially going to help with that because it's really useful that you can set these up to maybe come out when you get paid, for example, each and every month, and then you can use that for your investing on this platform. And for me, I'm definitely going to start doing more of these. I'm definitely going to set some of these up as well, and mainly for the index funds, which I mentioned on the last video I did on this channel. Now once you have some money in the account, you can also withdraw it pretty easily via the withdraw button, and again it's a very simple process, but I think off the top of my head there is a limit of $30 you can withdraw, so it does kind of run on a dollar format, although you can change the bottom to show pounds. Now quickly, if I click the club dashboard, it shows my platinum tier, and here with each tier what you're going to basically get is more perks. So for myself, I have an account manager who literally rings me every day, but I don't respond. So Valentina, I'm really sorry if you're watching this, I will get back to you at some stage. But you can also benefit from some perks as well in terms of commissions, etc, and also get an interest on your balance, which is, I know, only 0.35%, but it's still higher than the 0.1% Santander want to give me. Now moving on to copy portfolios, this is a pretty cool part of Etoro and a big factor behind me opting to use this initially. There's loads to choose from, but if you just click, let's just click this one, the disruptive one, you can literally invest in multiple stocks across particular sectors. So scrolling through this, you can see the performances, i.e. the profits and losses, the average risk, how many investors are there, the assets under that particular management, and just a lot of useful information. Plus you can see what is actually included in that particular copy portfolio, so it may be a useful way to diversify your funds. And of course the fancy graphs showing the progress, which can be altered to suit your preferences. Now, if you don't want to invest in copy portfolios, you can literally just copy people. You could copy me, but I haven't made myself public because I'm not that great. But you can copy people like our good friend James here, or even Miyoshi, I hope I said that right, who has a kick-ass return of 96.92 at the minute. Now, if you click his name, again, you will have a news feed which shows his posts and comments. But one thing I tried checking for you all here is what is the minimum buy-in to be able to copy someone like this. You see, unlike the index funds I mentioned on the last video, which was $50, there is a minimum investment when you're using people, i.e. you're copying them. And it's slightly higher in this instance, it's $200. And also worth noting is his bio, where he actually recommends that you should start with $500. So please read about the people you are copying and their instructions to obviously get yourself the best results. And finally, skimming through his progress and what he's investing in, you can try and understand their investing strategy, why they're trying to do what they're doing, and if it's something you like and you like the sound of it, you're happy with their risk, you believe in it based on your own research, then it's potentially a worthwhile copy. Now, I will just check another person just to verify what the minimum buying is, which, it literally looks again like $200. So if you have $200 spare, you can just copy some investors that you like the look of. Whereas going back to copy portfolios, I think they start at like $1,000. Now the newsfeed is a little bit like your Facebook, only more interesting and less annoying. It shows investors, prospective investors, and people who are signed into the app talking about their views and perspectives on the market, on many markets in fact. It's actually quite an entertaining read sometimes, but be careful not to believe everything you read. Remember, it's just people posting on forums. The watchlist tool is also a useful tool as well, as you can add stocks or cryptos that you're interested in and maybe you want to follow before you actually put some money into it and you're just not ready to invest right now. And it's basically next to the trade button here, which I'll quickly click. Now, as you can see, I previously invested in NEO, so that's why that's ticked. But yeah, it's something worthwhile adding and just tracking to kind of see the performance. And then we have the portfolio, which is basically where your investments will sit. Now, I've changed a few things around and mixed it up a little bit. I have gone quite heavy on the crypto recently, but this is a quick dashboard of the portfolio. And if you see on here, Cardano, I think that's how you say it. It literally shows how much I have it for, so it shows it there in the units, and it also shows what it's selling for too. But it's a bit annoying because I actually had this at 69 pence before I sold it, like a numpty. Now in the top right hand corner, you got notifications, and you can also write posts as well, so people can maybe follow you or subscribe and like your videos. And you also have a share option as well. And finally, the most important one is your search, where you can search for any stocks or cryptos of your choice. Now finally, the one thing I wanted to mention and why I love Etoro and why I actually went for it in the first place was you can play around with fake money. You can play around with fake money on things you are interested in to see how you would fare in the market. Now I did this in my early months and well, I would have actually made quite a decent amount of returns. And again, this was all based on my own research of watching YouTube videos, reading articles and spending a lot of time on Google. And it's annoying because it wasn't my real money, but it's a great little tool you can maybe do to try and learn the ropes before you start investing with your own money. So with that, my good friends, please don't hesitate to smash the like button. I'm going to end the video here. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. And of course, there is a link to Etoro if you want to sign up for absolutely free. And once again, I want to thank you all for taking time out of your day when you guys could have been doing anything, but you chose to spend a few minutes with me, which I truly appreciate. So until next time, thanks for watching.